children will be invited to follow the Lord in what's called believer's baptism, which is being baptized by immersion. It's a display, or it's
What's up, Reese's Pieces? Happy Sunday. So as you guys saw earlier, we attended services. It was amazing, though. The word was amazing. The worship was amazing this morning. Here at Golden Corral, there's Kalela. There are the boys. There's Kellen. There's Sanford and Kellen. And their staff. And Christina. Yeah. So this is going to be kind of a lazy day, guys. I'm so happy I don't have to cook. I didn't vlog Saturday. I was very busy Saturday. I'm gonna kind of, after I leave here, kind of engage a little bit further with you guys as to what happened, why I hadn't vlogged a whole lot. You would have seen the spring break video. You would have saw that, and you would have seen another video, I think, but that I had done prior. But a lot just happened, so we're gonna finish up here. And this dinner is amazing. The food is just really good. I was just so surprised because usually when you go to buffets, the food isn't that great. Food is great. The service is great. Yes, great Sunday. So I'll see you guys when I get home, and we'll chat a little more. I was just recording your food. Hey, Reese's Pieces, how y'all doing? It is the next day. The last time you saw me, the kids and I were at the buffet restaurant, and Christina took a really cute picture of Kel and I talking and holding hands like we always do, and he and I, we do that sometime. He's just so cute. And, and the reason I'm even bringing it up is because, when you have a child with autism, a lot of times they really don't like to be, I'm trying to hold this camera a little better. And I think that works. Okay. They don't really like to touch, that much. So, but yeah, I'm just actually chilling today, and I'm in my room, and I've been trying to let me get more comfortable, chat with you guys a little bit. Yes, I'm in my room on my bed. I wanted to talk with you all a little bit, and I wanted to take this time to chat about my friend who I lost, and I wasn't going to talk about it, and it's just really hard. But I wanted to. Sundays are times of reflection for me. Worship was amazing this morning. Yesterday. I'm sorry, it's the next day. Sorry, yesterday, and it just gives me time to reflect a little bit on my life and what she meant to me. I was so sad. It's been 3 weeks today that she passed, and she was killed. And so I'll kind of go into a little detail. It's all out there now. Family has made an official announcement. Her husband has done the same. And her service was Friday. So, sorry guys, I'm trying to get comfy. Okay, that's a little better, I think. So, I was so sad. I was sad. I was angry. And the reason I'm angry, and I say angry, is because she was killed. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have my little handle thing that I usually use to hold for videos. I don't have it with me, and so it's kind of hard for me to hold this camera. Hold on, let me get a little more situated. Hold on one second. Okay, I got a little more situated, so I can talk to you fully and more comfortably. So she, her and her husband, and give you a little backstory. And I just want to celebrate her. I'm going to probably show some pictures in this video of she and I together, and her and her husband and all that good stuff. And so if you follow me, for a long time, you probably would remember that I did a fundraiser on my page. And I'll link that here. I'll try to remember to put that. Either I'll put it here or I'll just link it after you'll see it when the video is over. But I did a fundraiser for her, and so much to talk about. Like, I don't even know where to begin about my relationship with Jessica Brown Lambone. So let me start from the beginning. We met. There was a group of ladies who got together. So many of us did missions work, and which is how one of the reasons that I ended up in Ghana was because of doing some missions work, and moving my nonprofit there, all that good stuff. Well, it's here too, but doing nonprofit work there as well. She started going to Ghana with a team, and they did missions work in the northern part of Ghana, and that's how she met her husband. And so, if you look at the video, what you'll see that I did a fundraiser for her and her husband. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we all met because we're all married to Ghanaian men. There we go. Got it out. And so, all I can say is she, out of all the women that I connected with in that group, I had the most bond with her. She had that way. She had that way about herself. If you talk to any of the other women, they would say that. Now, our bond was a little different than the other ones. I'm not saying is any better. It was not. Out of all the Ghanaian wife group women, I feel like our bond was completely different and probably a little more in depth, and I'm going to explain why. So now fast forward to me doing the fundraiser. When Jessica got pregnant and with baby Aubrey, unfortunately, I did not get to her in time to be her doula until she was 8 months at that time. And we talked about, I tell you, hindsight is 2020, as they say, but I didn't know that she's pregnant yet. So I wish I had gotten to her ahead of time. She had gotten some prenatal care from another part of the country that she moved. And which is why I advocate for women who are, specifically women of color, who are pregnant. That goes downstairs to the bathroom downstairs. That goes downstairs as well, because Sanford's got to use that. And that goes in our bathroom. And then what is
my snack?
Your snack? Okay, so that's it.
But like, the duct. I had some duct.
You had to. I knew it was some in the house. I just didn't know where it was. Sorry, guys. I'm talking to my daughter.
I need to fix my.
Okay. Well, let me finish what I'm doing, and you go ahead and take that down. Yeah, that's for Sanford. It is what it is. And I needed the gray duct tape anyway. It doesn't matter. I couldn't remember. Sorry, guys. Kalila came in. She went to the store for me. This is life. This is real life. So the prenatal care that she got, which is why I became a doula years and years ago, because unfortunately, African-American women of color, do not get the care they need, pregnant women. And the mortality rate of women pregnant who die during childbirth, who die after childbirth, and their babies die is greater in African-American community than any other race. So I had experiences with having my children, good and bad, and I wanted to give back. And so that's how I became a doula. I got certified back in, in the early 2000s. So fast forward, I became her doula when she was like 8 months. And then I realized there was some stuff that was missing, stuff she wasn't happening. She was having blood pressure issues. A lot of that was going on because she wasn't being treated properly. By the time she went into labor, I flew to her like I do with all my clients. And when she was fine, when she went into labor, baby was moving just fine. I was in Atlanta switching, my layover was about to go to South Carolina. And that's when, I'm sorry, I went to Georgia. I'm sorry. And that's when she called me and said baby had passed in her womb. And so I was there with her through that whole process. I helped her deliver her baby. And our bond was just there. Yeah, it was there. We had a lot of time to spend with baby girl. A lot of time in the hospital, a lot of time baby girl was there with us in the room. I stayed with Jessica the entire time. I didn't leave her side, not once. Not once did I leave her side. And until I flew back home, I was with her the entire time. And it was a while. And so that was devastating, to say the least. And then on top of that, her husband was not even in the States at that point. So it was just hard. So I actually flew her to Ghana. Yes, I did it. I flew her to Ghana because after baby had gone, I knew she did be with her husband. And so baby had passed in January. I flew her to Ghana in April. And I actually flew into Ghana as well in April. So we were all together. And that's when Kalila got to meet Jessica for the first time and Thomas for the first time. And yeah, so we all had a bond. My husband had a bond with her husband. And Jessica and I, the bond was just, we will always have that. So just after the years after, going through what she's been through, what she had gone through, I made sure that I was there for her throughout subsequent, situations, and making sure her health was good, and just being there, being a big sister. She called me TT. I called her Jessie Bear. And so long story short, Thomas comes in and he's here, and they're both working hard, and they're trying to build their lives. And with building a life means you have to work, you have to deal with job situations, and they were trying to, save, and they had finally got their own place, which is amazing. And then this happens. She was out working and got hit head on by a drunk driver. And just even the talk about, just the thought of it sends me to a place. And I was not okay for a long time, guys. It happened, and if you just saw the video I posted about spring break, it happened while we were on spring break. The last day we were there for spring break is when I found out. It happened that morning. I'm surprised I was able to drive home, but I drove by myself, and I did that. My daughter was with me initially coming down, but she drove with her sister, rode with her sister going, because I needed just that space. It was a short drive. It was an hour and a half drive maybe from my home. So it wasn't a bad drive at all. And it gave me time to worship and spend time with God, and also talk with the other sisters. There's 4 of us total. We called the Fabulous Four, Four the hard way. We would have our little things. And so we have been having to support each other through this whole process. I was supposed to fly down for the funeral. I chose not to fly down for the funeral. And I'm glad I did not. After, something in me kept saying, don't go, don't go, don't go. And it was actually on the day earlier than I thought. That was on a Saturday. It ended up being on that Friday. I was like, oh, I don't think I can make it. I just don't know if that's going to work out for me. And after talking with everybody who went and everything that happened, it was best that I not go. When I tell you, when the Holy Spirit speaks to you, and your Holy Spirit is your conscience and your intuition, and says, stay home, I stayed home. I reached out to Thomas, said, brother, I love you. I'm sorry I can't be there. And he was fine with it. He said, you're here in spirit. It's fine. So yeah, to make a long story short, I was devastated, and I wanted to dedicate this second part of this video to her and to share memories that I have with her and all of that good stuff, and let you all know why I haven't done the money motivation videos. I am just not motivated. I am not motivated. Not only did she die, but another dear friend of mine died. He was fighting cancer, and my big brother in the business and in church. And he gave me years ago when I started Reese Incorporated and I did my very first event. It was he who helped co-sponsor my event. Nobody else gave me the money, but he did. He believed in me. And he died on my birthday. On my birthday. I just haven't been able to do anything. Why I haven't been able to function very much. So lately I have just been, in retrospect, just viewing my life and reviewing things and just really putting things into perspective, and, working on my marriage, working on a relationship with my children, making sure they're okay, trying to micromanage my life with my children, my business, and the people who take care of my kids, and micromanage my staff, and micromanaging my kids' lives, because you guys know I have special needs children. So it's a lot to do, and I get overwhelmed. And so, yeah, so I just wanted to just say, Jessie Bear, I love you, sis. And I'm going to miss you so much. So much. And I am only happy that you are with your baby and that you're holding baby Aubrey. I know you are. I know. And some people don't believe this, but she came to me in a dream. She came to me in a dream right before the funeral. And that's when I knew I was okay. And in the dream, she was smiling and she hugged me, and I could feel the fabric she was wearing, and I could feel the softness of her juicy arms. We were both juicy, and we so much alike. Oh my gosh, we had so many things alike. We had the same blood type, and we have the same degree. We both sing, we both went to theater. It was just amazing. So, Jessica, I love you, and I just want to leave you with this, and I am praying that you are just dancing. I know you are, because you were saved and you knew God. So you are dancing with the Father, and you're with your mother, and you're with your baby, and we're going to be praying for Thomas. We're going to take care of Thomas, okay? Where are you going? We're going to take care of Thomas. So I just want to dedicate this time to my sister and let her know how much I love her and I miss her so much. All right, Reese's Pieces, have an amazing rest of your day. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.